Hey, this is Bob from Dogwatch Cigar Radio.
And this is Dale, and you're watching a video review on StogieReview.com.
Excellent.
That one sounded okay.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to another episode of the Stogie Review video review. For you regulars, it's been a little while. I took a week off, went out in the State College area, and had a little man's weekend, which was fantastic. I really needed it. Unfortunately, being away for a couple of days really backlogged me as far as emails and everything else website related goes. So if you sent me an email and I haven't replied to you yet, my apologies. That little mini vacation I took put me back another week. So again, I apologize for that. But anyway, just before I get to telling you about my little vacation, cigar I'm doing today is the Arturo Fuente Florfina 858 Maduro. The reason I'm holding up the cellophane is because there's gold lettering on the cellophane, but you probably can't see it, so just wasting my time. But here we have the 858 Maduro. Now this cigar has a Connecticut-grown, Connecticut broadleaf Maduro wrapper. It's got the Dominican binder and Dominican fillers. Thanks to my handy dandy sheet that I filled out here. Length is 6 inches and the ring gauge is a 47, which makes it a Corona Major. The price, I picked these up at a local shop for $3.75 each. I'm sure if you look online you'll be able to find them for much less. But I'm going to get started here. The draw is a little firm. It's not too bad though. It's got sort of like a floral flavor to it. It's nice and smooth and easy. The flavor, that is. The wrapper looks a little rough. It's got some lumps in it. The color's not consistent. For the most part, it feels pretty firm. I mean, I'm not feeling any soft spots in the cigar as a whole, so that's a plus. And I've also got a little bit of a smear on the backside from the glue that they use to hold the band on. So with that said, let's get started here. And if for some reason I look really washed out, it's because I'm trying a new lighting, and right now I'm not liking it too much, but I'm gonna wait till I capture the video and see what it looks like, because it always looks different on the LCD screen than it does on the actual computer screen when it's captured back from the camera. Well, I've got an even light for the most part. I mean, there's just one little spot that's not lit, and now it's corrected. But anyway, getting back to my vacation a little bit. Me and 12 other guys, no, 11 other guys, there was 12 of us all together. We went out to State College area, out by Penn State. And we went to an old hunting cabin that belonged to my friend's neighbor. So at 550 acres. No electric, no running water. That's pretty much it. No hot water. Propane lights. So we did have lights, but no electric, no internet, no telephone, none of that stuff. We went up there. Had a lot of fun. Did some work. Typical chores. We all took turns cleaning dishes, cleaning up after ourselves, cutting firewood and all that. And we usually got done working around 1, 2 o'clock, and then we'd go down to the range and shoot guns for, I don't know, 3, maybe 4 hours. Come in, have dinner, hang out around the campfire, smoke cigars, drink some beer. Had a fantastic time. I mean, definitely needed it. The primitiveness, the primitiveness of it. The fact that some of the things that I'm used to. Couldn't plug in my laptop. Actually, didn't even bother taking my laptop. No, I wanted nothing to do with technology. Got up there and it was just fantastic. I loved every minute of it. Can't wait to do it again. But that's essentially what Man Weekend was. And throw in some four-wheelers, going around that 550 acres was a lot of fun too. So that's Man's Weekend in a nutshell. Really can't wait to do it again. Don't have very many pictures, so I can't share them with you. Forgot to take my camera with me, but anyway, hopefully next time I'll have some. But for the time being, I'm going to take a break, smoke some of my Fuente 858 Maduro, and I'll be back in just a second when we start. Welcome back, folks. You can see I'm pretty good ways into my first third of my Fuente 858 Maduro, and so far it's doing pretty good. The ash is kind of loose. It's dropped off twice now. Fortunately, both times it happened to me when I picked the cigar up off the stirrup of my ashtray. It just kind of dropped, so it didn't fall over my keyboard or my mouse or anything like that. The ash is dropping at, I don't know, maybe about a half an inch. It's falling. It's kind of got like a sandy texture. When it hits the ashtray, it just kind of falls apart, and that's the best way I can describe it. It's just like a sandy-like texture to it. The resting smoke is about average. It's nice and aromatic. It's not offensive. The draw is very firm, though. It seems to be getting firmer and firmer as I go. So I think what may be happening is the cigar might be rolled a little too tight. And for one, it's raining, so and it's a little bit of extra humidity in the room. And on top of that, you've got the heat from the cigar. I think the tobacco inside might be swelling a little bit, which is what's making the draw so difficult. And I did use my guillotine cutter this time around, so I've got a clean opening across the whole back end of the cigar, and it's still not making much of a difference. The body is about medium. That's right around in there somewhere. It's in the medium range, and the finish is smooth. I mean, it's light on the palate. It's fairly short. It's a little dry. I do feel a little dried out, but it's nice and enjoyable overall. I mean, the flavors have been pretty straightforward. I mean, it just tastes like a rich tobacco sweetness, the type of sweetness that is just typical with Maduro cigars. So there's nothing out of the ordinary with the cigar. It's pretty straightforward. I don't think there's a whole lot of depth and complexity to the cigar, at least not yet anyway. But it's a nice, medium-bodied Maduro so far. Nothing over the top, nothing, and there's nothing that's kind of holding it back. It's just right now it's just a decent cigar. So hopefully things will open up and the cigar will get better. This is my second one of these. I hadn't had any experience with these previous to my first one, so obviously I just said it was my first one. But I've had these for a little while, and this is the first time I've gotten around to smoking an 858 at all. I haven't even had the natural, although I do have a couple in the humidor that I'm going to get to at some point. But at this point it's a decent cigar, so I'm going to let you go. I'll be back in just a sec, and we'll get started on the second third. folks. I'm just about through the second third and about to start working on the final third of my Fuente 858 Maduro. And so far there's not a whole lot to say about the cigar. I think it's a decent cigar, but it really, I haven't picked up anything that really put it over the top as being, you know, a really good cigar or a spectacular cigar. But without going too far into that, you know, I want to wait and do that on the wrap up to explain my, you know, my impressions and opinions of the cigar. But at this point, it's smoking like a decent cigar. The draw has loosened up a little bit. I've been kind of working at it, you know, just kind of rolling it in my fingers a little bit, nibbling on it a little bit when I put it in my mouth to draw. And what that's done is it's loosened up the tobacco a little bit, and the draw is considerably better now. The resting smoke is still about average. It's got a very mild aroma to it, and it's not bad at all. I lost my place there. The body is still medium. It doesn't seem to have climbed at all. I mean, it's been very smooth and consistent throughout. The finish is smooth. It's easy on the palate. It's short. It's still a little dry, but it's getting better. The base flavor is still pretty consistent to what it was. It has just a rich tobacco flavor to it. There's a typical Maduro sweetness to it, and I keep saying it's typical Maduro sweetness because the way the wrappers are fermented on Maduro make them more of a sweet flavor. So I'm talking more of just a rich or a natural sweetness, not so much like added flavors. It's just got a sweetness. It's just a natural sweetness. I don't know how to describe it any better than that. And I'm starting to get some kind of mild coffee flavors, and, you know, and the coffee flavors compared with the natural sweetness is enjoyable. I like it. I'm still having a problem with the ash. It you know, it falls about, you know, it gets about a half inch long and it'll drop off. It takes almost no effort to tap the ash off. It hasn't become a problem falling in my lap or on my keyboard or anything just yet, but I could definitely see this being a problem if I were driving my car and smoking a cigar as I was going down the road. You know, hit a small bump and end up with a lap full of ash. The one good thing about this cigar, as I get further, it's getting much better. At the start, it was, you know, it was pretty straightforward. It really wasn't grabbing my attention. You know, now I'm starting to enjoy it more. It's, you know, it's getting my attention a little more. Just overall, it's becoming a better cigar. So we'll just leave it at that. You know, it's been so long that I've done this, a whole week. I just forget how to do it. So pardon the lack of banter, but I'm going to take another break. We'll be back. We'll do the final third, and, you know, maybe I'll just lump in the wrap up and do the overall with it, and I'll let you be on your way. So I'll see you in just a sec. Oh, and for Mike, it's been a while, but pick something out here. Hang on, maybe you can pick this one out. Well, welcome back, folks, and as you can see, it's about time to wrap things up. And most important thing I have to say about this cigar is that the final third is just a completely different cigar than the first third. I mean, in the beginning, it was a give or it was I don't know. It was kind of lukewarm. I could smoke it, I could turn it down. I wouldn't think twice. I mean, it was just it was a decent cigar, but the ending is so much better. I mean, once I got past the second third and started getting into the final third, the base flavors just seem to get richer and deeper and just start to stand out instead of being just kind of muddled in just a smoke. I'm at a loss of words. This final third is just so much better than it was to start. The draw at this point is still getting better. I mentioned that I was kind of playing with it a little bit to loosen the tobacco, and that has helped considerably. The resting smoke's still about average. It's putting off a mild aroma. It's again, just like before, it's not offensive. It's nice. The body it's raised a little bit, but it's still planted firmly in the medium range, and the finish. It's not really dry anymore. I mean, it's just opened up. It's nice and smooth. It's creamy. It's enjoyable. It's short on the palate. It's light. It's just light and short on the palate. After a few seconds, the flavor fades, and you're all ready to go again. You're ready for another puff. The base flavors are pretty much what they were before. They're like a rich, natural tobacco flavor with a natural Maduro sweetness to it. You begin to get the coffee flavors, the creamy texture, and overall they seem to be getting deeper and develop more character as I go. Unfortunately, the cigars are becoming pretty short, and this really enjoyable portion of the cigar is not going to last very long. I think that if this cigar was just like this throughout the entire thing, maybe a little bit into the first third, I think this would be a fantastic cigar and not just a decent cigar. But because I had to wait so long to get this type of flavor out of the cigar, I think it's decent. I don't think it's a bad buy for $3.75, especially if you can walk into a cigar shop and pick one up for under $4. I think it's a decent buy. Like I said earlier, if the cigar were this good all the way through, I think it would be a fantastic buy for $3.75. But in either case, it's a decent cigar. It's got just really nice Maduro flavors and nice, rich, natural tobacco flavor with Maduro sweetness. And I found it to be very enjoyable. But again, I just wish it would have been like this throughout the entire cigar. The burn rate, well, first, the burn itself has been very even throughout the entire cigar. The burn line's been nice and thin, it's crisp. But the ash is just loose. I haven't had an ash on the cigar longer than 3/4 of an inch. It generally falls off between 3/4 of an inch and half an inch. So it's not the type of cigar you want to be smoking while you're driving a car, unless I've got the exception here. And according to my notes, I had the same experience with the first one. So I don't know whether it was the place I purchased it from. Maybe there was a little problem there, and that's why I've got the cigars that I've got. But if this is typical of all 858s, it's not a cigar that I would want to be driving down the road with, hitting a bump and ending up with ash all over the car. But and the smoke time is pretty good. Whether you believe it or not, I haven't had to touch up this cigar, and I started at 115. It's now 416. So it's been really slow, really nice, and I haven't had any problems with it, with the exception of with it kind of being almost kind of bland in the beginning. But just to wrap it out, I think that this is a good cigar, decent cigar, definitely worth giving a try, especially if you like Maduro cigars. And that's really all there is to it. So hope you enjoyed the review. Appreciate you taking the time to watch the review. Posting feedback, leaving comments, all the emails. I apologize. I'm still trying to catch up on the emails. That week that I took off killed me. I'm swamped. I've got tons and tons of stuff to do, not just site related, but I'm trying as hard as I can to get caught up. So again, I apologize if there's any kind of delay there. But anyway, definitely give the Arturo Fuente 858 Maduro a try. And post a comment, let me know what you think of yours, or if you've had any experience with these before. So anyway, until next time, happy smoking.